Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about GMX. We're going to be going over the charts, some stats, and showing how to stake. If you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe. None of this is financial advice. So here we are looking at the chart versus Ethereum. So we see the previous all-time high was in January of 2022, and it has broken out in July and it pulled back since. So I think if we can get back above that high and form like a triangle pattern or like a cup and handle consolidation here, that it could break out even higher from there. When we look at the chart on CoinGecko, we see that currently it's $26.11, and that is the same price that it has been since, like April or since February, March, or even November of 2021. And not many coins you can say that where they're the same price that they were in November 2021. Most of them are down 80% since. Most of them are down 50% since March. So I think that's bullish considering it's a bear market and this coin is holding up really well. And I like this pattern overall where you sort of have this kind of like plateau pattern, especially considering it's a bear market. So I feel like that's why it's being contained. And in the next bull market, I think this has a chance to go a lot higher, in my personal opinion. So when we take a look at some other coins when they were, so the market cap of GMX is 200 million, and when we look at some other coins when they were 200 million, let's take a look at Hex for example. So when Hex was 200 million, the price of it was, let's see, 200 million. It was that in about April of 2020, and the price when it was in April of 2020 was point zero, about 0.0004, 0005, and then the price went all the way to half, looks like half a dollar, to 50 cents at the high, and then it pulled back. Um, Now it's 4 cents, but it's even up so much since even at 4 cents since it was when it was 200 million. And then let's look at something else. Let's look at Solana, for example. And obviously these are totally different projects as GMX, Hex, and Solana. They're all different. Hex and Solana are obviously totally different. Hex, um, it's in Solana is like an L1, which neither of the other two are. But nonetheless, like there's a lot of different examples of coins, no matter what they do. That like when they were 200 million, they were so much cheaper um, than they than than they are today. So let's look at this one, Solana. When it was 200 million, it was sometime in January. It shot up really fast. So, but early January, it was about like $2, $3 when it was like $3 when it was 200 million, and it went all the way to $250. It's still up 10x since that. So that shows that GMX has a lot of room to run, possibly. And now let's take a look at some other things like stats and the fundamentals. So here is their website, and you can click on About, and it'll take you to their white paper here. And there's a bunch of stuff here. It talks about the tokenomics, roadmap, rewards, all this stuff. So go ahead in here and check it out and do your own research and read it. I've already done a lot of it, but I'm not going to go over that too much. Now let's take a look at, here we have DeFi Llama, and this is going to show total value locked. And um, this is not like um, that important of a metric. A lot of people will say it's like an overrated metric. But I think it's something definitely to consider. I like looking at it to see how much money is staked, and to see the trend overall. I like about it better. So it's just one metric. Obviously, you have to look at so many different things. But when you look at it in terms of USD, the total value locked, it's kind of, so it went up a lot since it first came out from September all the way till April. And then it's been pulling back a little bit, but you have to consider that the overall crypto market has been going down, and this is total value locked in US dollars. So, and also around this time was when all the Luna stuff happened, which kind of a lot of the DeFi stuff has gone down since then, in terms of like what it's amount staked and stuff like that. Um, but so that's in US dollar, but I like to look at it in terms of ETH. So you can look at how much ETH is stake is being locked, and we just see a nice steady uptrend on this, which obviously, what do they say, past performance is not indicative of future performance, but it's still nice to see a nice uptrend. Obviously, it could stop at any moment, but it's still nice to see that it's kind of steady going up the total value locked in terms of ETH. I'd like to see that at least. So there's some other stats that you can see down here. Some on DeFi Llama, like this website. Now let's take a look at it on Token Terminal, which is another website. This one shows more information on revenue and some other stats we see here. Um, there's a lot more other websites too that people use for this type of fundamental sort of analysis, but I'm just showing these couple here. So this is kind of showing like the top projects in terms of revenue. So we have um, e we have Ethereum, Uniswap, Convex Finance, pretty high. Um, Binance, DYDX, Lido, Bitcoin, PancakeSwap, Synthetics, Aave, ENS, Looks Rare, SushiSwap, and then here we have GMX. And so you can go through and look through a lot of these coins. What I like about GMX out of all of these is that all these other coins have been out a while. Obviously, ETH is ETH. Uniswap has already kind of had its massive explosion. Not to say it's not going to continue going higher in the future in the next bull run. I'm sure it probably will, but um, it's already quite large. Binance Smart Chain, same kind of thing. DYDX is sort of down like big time since it came out. Not a steady chart as GMX. That's pretty much all of these. All of these coins are like either coins that have already kind of they're um, not so new anymore, or they've already had their massive 100x's, or they're down like big time, like 80-90% now from their highs, and it's kind of like um, not to say obviously it's a good time to buy low when it's down if it's actually a fundamental project, but I like the fact that I would rather I have more confidence in something that has strong, steady price action during a bear market than something that's down 80% just like everything else, because you don't know like if it's ever gonna really come back or not. So I don't know. I just of all these, I just like the fact that GMX seems like newer to me of all these too, and then it also has the best price action of all of them. But when we go ahead and take a look at some of this, you can go ahead and look at all these charts and stuff like that. It shows revenue kind of breakdown. But again, this does it in US dollars, so that's kind of explains, I think, why sort of it's been down a lot since like this area. So because the crypto market is down, so yeah, so the price of the assets are lower, but and probably just like less activity, less volume and stuff like that because it's a bear market. But yeah, pretty steady revenue, and there's some other stats here comparing it to some other protocols, and you see GMX here is in the green, so it's the one that's the biggest. You have this the yellow one, which is also right there with it, Balancer. Actually, it looks like Balancer might have more. Right now, I think GMX is more revenue, but it's it looks like it goes back and forth. I don't know why it's so volatile like that, but yeah, it's another pretty cool website to see some stats. You can see some other things as well on individual projects, like active users and stuff like that. Actually, doesn't show it on GMX. I think it does on some projects. But you can also see some other stats on GMX through their website too. They have some other analytics. So let's go ahead and now go to the GMX website, which is where we are here. And so now, yeah, let's take a look at what we have here. So now it's going to take us to the where you would go to stake, and it shows the here we have GMX. It shows the APR. 15% APR will be in escrowed GMX, and then 7% will be in ETH, for a total of 22.71. And here's GLP, which we can go into in a little bit as well. So you can buy the coin on Uniswap, or you can come here and it'll like link you there. And you can buy it on Arbitrum or Avalanche. Here's like a referral program. Here it talks more about the ecosystem. So it gives, like, here's what I was saying, it gives some more stats. So you can see some more stats right here. And a lot of this is you have to consider again that it's a bear market, and so it's kind of like expected that some of this like volume and stuff like that will be lower, but still solid stats and stuff like that. And then there's all kinds of other things: community projects, proposals, governance, announcements, partnerships, and more. So yeah, there's some more information here for you to go in and do your own research and look at this. This also leads back to the white paper if you click on about. And here's what I was looking for. Here's the dashboard, which shows some more information as well. Assets under management, the GLP pool, volume, and all of that information. Here's the total fees and all that. Now here's the GLP token. So the GLP token is very steady because it consists of, let's see how much percent stable coin. All of these are stable coins, these last 5. So it's 33% plus like 8%. So that's like 43, about 43% or so. Uh, if my math is correct, there is stable coins. And then also another huge part of it is just Bitcoin and ETH. So Bitcoin is 17% at the moment, and ETH is 33% at the moment. Now the target is they want to have Bitcoin 25, ETH 28, but I think because ETH probably has been outperforming Bitcoin lately, um, that maybe the weight has gotten higher, but I would assume that there's like some sort of I don't know if it's like a monthly or quarterly thing, like rebalance or how it works. So do your own research on that, like how they get it back to the target. But nonetheless, this coin is basically 50% stable coins, pretty much 50% Bitcoin and ETH. So it's very stable. To the more safer, obviously the biggest, safest non-stable coins in uh, crypto, and there's just like 1% or so, like Chainlink and Uniswap, so that's not really much at all. So that's the GLP token. And yeah, now let's go ahead and show how we can stake some GMX. So I have this is like a new I haven't added Arbitrum yet on this, so we're gonna do this on Arbitrum instead of Avalanche. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the RPC. So if you don't have the Arbitrum network, you have to add the RPC. So you can just Google Arbitrum RPC and um, make sure you have good articles. And I usually um, just get like from like one of these Medium pages or that Binance one. Um, I usually just like to double check multiple just to make sure, but make sure that they're the same. So Arbitrum 1, Arbitrum 1, Arb1, Arbitrum, RPC, R1. Okay, looks good. 42161. Yep. A ETH. This one's just ETH, and then RB scam. That's I think that's optional. So let's go ahead and put all this info in. Just make sure it's right. Network name, Arbitrum. Here's the RPC. Copy that, paste it. The the chain ID, the currency symbol, and this is optional, so I'm not even gonna add it. All right, so here we go. We have Arbitrum 1 network now. So I don't think I have any ETH and yeah, well obviously I don't have any ETH and Arbitrum 1 here yet. So let's go ahead and just like bridge over some, I guess. Um, but let's see. Let me see first if maybe it'll just take me right to the bridge. Let's go back to the website and it connects. Well, let's just click on buy GMX. Um, yeah, it's probably gonna make me. That's the token address, right? 35. See it on here. Yep, AD0A. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to the bridge here. Guess you can get here from Uniswap. Metamask. So it might take some time. Oh, I don't even know. Is this the bridge? I don't think I've used this one. All right, so it might take some time to. Oh, no, I want to do. Oh, okay. No, I want to do. Yeah, that's why I was unfamiliar with this one because I gotta do ETH to GMX, not the other way around. So let me just go to the bridge real quick. Arbitrum bridge. Okay. Oh, it's the same one. Can I change? I don't want from Arbitrum. I want from ETH. Thought I did it another way before. Let me just try something like Hop. I'm gonna use Hop. All right, so Hop is like it's like a third-party bridge that you can use. Do ETH to Arbitrum. This is just an example, so I'm just kind of showing as an example. Oh, I forgot to connect my wallet here. Sorry, I should have probably bridged over the ETH first. Switch to Ethereum. All right, send. Do fast. This is Arbitrum. I was gonna change the speed to fast. All right, so it's gonna take like 5 minutes. Um, yeah, I don't know if that other bridge, the Arbitrum bridge, I don't know if there was like some other way that I could have changed it instead of from Arbitrum to ETH. I could have changed it from ETH to Arbitrum. Probably, there might have been some other way that I just wasn't seeing. But yeah, this is another thing that you can use. Hop is like it's like a third-party bridge that you can use. It might be easier to get coins out too, because I think it takes longer if you use like their bridge. So some protocols. Um, so Hop is cool in that sense as well. But yeah. So I'm just doing this small amount like as an example to show, and let's go ahead. I'll come back once this is completed, once I have the ETH and Arbitrum, and say like how long it took. It says it should take around 5 minutes, so it shouldn't be too long. So they took the money out of ETH. Let me go to Arbitrum. Okay, so I'm waiting for it. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. And yeah, it just took a couple more minutes, a few more minutes, something like that. And we got the ETH here in Arbitrum. So I'm going to make sure I disconnect here from this bridge. So thank you, Hop. And now let's go ahead and go back to GMX. Okay, all right, so now we're still connected to Uniswap. So now we need to buy the GMX token here in Uniswap. So I gotta leave a little bit for the fee. Actually, no, this is an Arbitrum, so it's not gonna be much of a fee. So let's go. Let's just still leave a little bit. I don't like to leave it at 0, so I'll just do 0.025. So I'm gonna get 1.38 GMX out of this. And again, this is just like an example video. Um, okay, so I'm gonna do confirm. And with Arbitrum, you don't really have to speed up a transaction or anything like you do on ETH, and then you see it's already went through. And that's another thing that I really like about GMX is that it's like I think it's the biggest project right now, like and I think probably most TVL, and we can double check DeFi Llama on Arbitrum. Let me see though. Maybe so if we go to I think it might tell us on DeFi Llama. If we go to Arbitrum, yep, GMX is number one in total value locked, and so it's kind of a little bit of a bet on Arbitrum, right? Like in a way, and I really, like, as you just saw, like with that transaction that we just did, like of all the chains that I've used, like Arbitrum is one of my favorite user-friendly wise because of how fast the transactions go through. It's like instant. It's like it's amazing. There's not many that I know of that are like that fast. Um, Now like the other ones, like they're not gonna be like super slow. Like yeah, okay, like maybe it's an extra 30 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. But still, it's just so cool that it goes through instantly on Arbitrum. So I really like that um, about this layer two. I think is what Arbitrum is. But that's how it should be, right? So should be really pretty much instant. So let's disconnect here. But yeah, I find Arbitrum really nice to use. All right, so now let's go back and we can stake now. So we're gonna go here to earn. And so it knows we have 1 GMX, 1.38 GMX in our wallet. And so we're gonna click stake, max, approve. First it has to approve it. It looks like there was no fees associated with that. Okay, and now we can stake it. And there we go, instant transaction, done really fast. This is one of my favorite things about Arbitrum, and another thing I like about GMX, one of the biggest projects on Arbitrum. And I really like the future possibilities of GMX, right? Like, um, another thing that I haven't shown here too, let's go back to the website. You can click on launch exchange. And it's also an exchange, right? Where you where you can come here and trade. So you can trade some coins. There's not too many coins though right now, but that's something that I like about the future possibilities. Now I'm not like deeply involved in the community or anything like that. Um, so I'm not sure exactly what their future plans are. Check out the roadmap, join the Discord if you're more interested in that. But I just kind of imagine that they're going to be, I would assume that they're going to be adding more chains. Like right now it's Arbitrum and Avalanche, but I assume that a future catalyst will be if they add more chains, that you can use this platform with. Another thing that could be a good future growth potential is if they add so many different coins here. So it looks like right now they have BTC, ETH, Uni, and Link. But what will happen if they add like all the coins that everybody likes to trade? If there's like so many more, I think that could be really cool. But yeah, this is somewhere that you can come and trade. Obviously, it's risky and everything. You know the deal. Do your own research and everything, and don't take too risk more than you can afford to lose and all that. But it's another thing that's cool about this. It's not just like a staking platform. It's also an exchange. That's where the fees I believe get generated. And yeah, there's a lot more about this project that I haven't really gone too much into, but so I would do your research a lot more. There's a lot more into it, like especially I didn't really go too much into detail about GLP and stuff like that. Um, but all in all, for all these different reasons, I really like this project GMX, um, for the price action, for the future potential, for the fact that it's on Arbitrum, and I'm bullish on Arbitrum, and many more reasons why I like this project. Um, you can also give. I like the community as well. You can go ahead and search on Twitter. The dollar sign um, GMX like you would with any ticker symbol, or any coin symbol, and you can see some of the threads the community puts out. There's a lot of smart people, and they put out a lot of good data and threads out. And yeah, I really like this project, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, none of this is financial advice. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, give me a like and a subscribe. And thanks for watching.